The first week of our brand new season is finally here, and Playmore is taking on the Super Scorbunny, coached by Pyro. This should be an incredibly exciting week 1 battle, as there are threats galore on both sides of the field. But as we look at this matchup, the Paradox Pokemon on our opponent's team terrify me. Great Tusk on the physically offensive side, and then of course Iron Moth on the specially offensive side. I'm hearing that it's caused the coach to make a little bit of a controversial decision in the team builder. Tyler, what are you seeing over there?
Well, as you look on screen at the team that we're bringing for this matchup, you'll notice our number 1 pick, Zamazenta, it's not there. Those 2 Paradox Pokemon in Primarina present a really tough matchup for the dog in particular, but it presents an opportunity for a Pokemon that doesn't really have a great competitive battling history, Moltres. We were hyped on this pick in the draft. We've heard coming in it seems to be a good matchup for Great Tusk. We'll see if it can prove itself today. If you want to know for sure why Ben brought the Moltres as well as the rest of the team that we're bringing for this battle, you can watch the extended team builder. The link is in the description, but let's go find out what the opponent brought.
Finally, time to see what our week 1 opponent brought. There shouldn't be any surprises outside of 2 possible Pokemon. But there's no Weavile and there's no Appleton, which is really exciting, as going against the very first Bubby could have been devastating. And as we hop into this battle, it's always important to let you guys know that you can get your very own Bubby at play-more.store. We have a lot of awesome things there, a lot of great deals, and there should be something special in the near future. But for now, we got to get into this first battle and hopefully get our first win.
We know that our lead is Sandy Cheeks, the Sandy Shocks, but the opponent leading off with what is not an ideal matchup for said Sandy Cheeks, John.
No, it's not ideal unless we really want to get up Stealth Rocks and then say goodbye to the Cheeks, but makes sense to immediately see the switch into the Gyarados. There's a reason this thing was brought. The Great Tusk is the easiest one. Now, it would not be ideal if the opponent is able to get rocks up early in the game, because we do have Moltres without the boots on its feet. But this is just a play that we have to make. And the really nice thing about the Gyarados that our coach did bring is it does have Scald, and being able to fish for that Scald burn could be really nice. Now, I do need to check again. Yeah, we don't really have anything amazing for a Primarina switch. Getting a burn on it would be fine, I guess. So it would be interesting to see if there is a possibility of a double here early on, predicting the Primarina. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but, sometimes with these battles, it's easy to figure out what the coaches are going to do. We're not staying in. They're not hitting the flying dragon with the ground move. What is next?
Well, and I fully agree with you to get ahead on it, because just like this was an obvious switch for Ben, it feels like for the opponent, it's an obvious one to make as well. I understand if Ben goes for the Scald here, just in case for some reason they stay in, you want to fish for that burn, and if you get it on Great Tusk, fantastic. More than likely, you're getting the switch into Primarina. This is going to do maybe 4 damage total, but you take that because things kind of reset from that point.
And there is the possibility that we see Skarmory. You don't usually see special moves on Gyarados, so there is that possibility. Maybe we see Mew come in. There are a few Pokemon on the team that aren't really worried about the Gyarados, so we have fingers crossed. That would be great. I was right very early into this battle of what was going to happen. So, burn?
That might have done like 6 or 7.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I underestimated Jafish.
Yeah, but here's the unfortunate part. Turn 1 made sense. Turn 2 made sense. Turn 3, SpaghettiOs. This is where the hyper offense gets scary. Both teams are going to be really obliterating the other one. So this is actually a really nice play on Ben's part. He's not overplaying his hand. He's not making a switch in. Gyarados is the least useful member of the team, at least when it comes to getting the win. We need this thing to switch in and take a few hits, prevent us from losing a very important member of the team later in the game. So sometimes the best play is the simple play, the not fun play, the goodbye big fish play.
Well, and I know for Ben, there was a lot of talk coming into this battle of how do you manage this thing? How does this team that does not match up very well with Primarina, what is the counter for it? There's not 100% a true counter. I think it's going to be a team effort in this case to take this down. It's a safe play to keep in the Gyarados, get a lot of damage. You're going to start to put it in range for some other things, and then you can start to feel around with this in terms of what you've got with an item on the other side. That damage calc, if it's Choice Specs, I don't know. That looks like Choice Specs damage to me. It might just be that strong, but I know that's another thing that Ben and the team were worried about coming into this battle was that exact scenario with the Choice Specs on and it doing a whole lot of damage like it just did.
Yeah, no, and Ben was really hopeful that it was either going to be a Poison Terra or a Fire Terra there. I mean, Earthquake would have obliterated that thing, but we did still live. We can get some real damage on. And now it looks like our coach is possibly hoping for a switch here. Maybe the opponent is going to make a prediction, and then we can predict that prediction. If it works out, phenomenal play. I would like to get a little bit more damage on the Primarina if possible, but could be a really easy Earthquake read. You go into Thunderous T, and then all of a sudden, we're out of luck. There we go, coach. That's why I'm in the booth, and you're over there looking great. That's what you like to see, and there is that Thundy T. Wow. There we go. Now, Tyler, this could be huge, depending on what we get in to possibly get rid of a booster energy. Okay?
I kind of want Primarina for the memes.
Well, all right. All right, you.
Well.
Yeah, you.
All right, let's do it. Let's run her back. Let's do it again.
And now the pressure is on the opponent here, right? Oh, and they do make the play. Oh, and a Hera.
But a different switch this time.
Oh,
that one. Yep.
But now we can get the taunt, which I really, really like here. Oh, I love that.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, this is going incredibly well. Early into the season, Tyler, coach with an unbelievable read. It wasn't super risky. We got some damage on Primarina. It would have been nice to get a little bit more damage, but it was a really easy switch for the opponent to hopefully put a little bit more offensive pressure on us. We make them pay for that switch, and now the taunt on this Gyarados is going to be super useful because hazards would be a huge problem for us. But more exciting, Tyler, when Big Feech goes down, who comes into the battle?
Our fans! Oh, I'm so excited. I told you coming in. I'm so excited for this set that we're going to see. Not to get ahead of ourselves, because you never know what could happen on this turn. But if it all plays out, which you're 1 for 1 so far, so I assume everything you just said is exactly what's going to happen, this Mousehold set is just so exciting. I think the other side of it, though, that we could potentially see, it depends on how bad Ben wants his own Stealth Rocks up, because there's a relatively safe Sandy Cheeks to come back in there and toss some rocks. But we also know just how excited he is about that Tandem Mouse set, so I'm intrigued to see which one he goes with.
Unfortunately, the body press is going to make it really difficult to bring in the PM fans. Now, I don't know if your mic is going to sound like it did for me or the fans. You were so excited. I don't even know how to describe what that was. So I'm really sad for you that this is about to happen. And it really puts us in an interesting spot. Now, does the coach go for Gravity to make sure that when the Thunder Switch is in, we're fine? Do we get the Stealth Rocks up for free? Do we go for the Volt Switch, assuming that it's going to stay in? I don't think that's going to be the case. Or Earth Power, predicting... But what is he predicting? Okay, this is not what I expected. I'm going to be honest. Interesting. Now, he could just be predicting the Great Tusk and wanting to get damage on it.
I think that has to be what it is here.
Okay.
And it's the right read.
It is absolutely the right read, and I actually really like that. You know, we've already lost the Gyarados. We don't have an easy switch in. Stealth Rocks will be really nice, but now this thing is way easier to revenge kill. So I do absolutely love this. And now I kind of would love the hard switch into Moltres. I know that might be a little bit bold, but we don't really have many good switches on the team.
I don't think I can risk going hard into Moltres here.
The Earth Power to get more damage is not a bad idea either. With where Cheeks is, we're not Volt Switching freely with a ground Pokemon, and the Scarf. Scarf, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely Scarfed.
There wasn't any booster, no, because it let off. Okay, that is unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I understand why he stayed in to do that. Moltres is way more important for the end game than it was right there. It would have been really nice, of course, to have brought that in, but it allows us to make a different play. You know, Bubby is really, really good in this matchup. We can bring that in, go for a Spore, put something to sleep, and then wreak some havoc, you know? It's upsetting to lose another Pokemon this early into the game, but it would have been way worse to lose that Moltres and then not have a Scarfer, because Tyler, really nice thing there, we learn that one Great Tusk is Scarfed, but we outspeed that with Moltres. The coach was phenomenal in the draft. Our speed tiers are excellent.
Well, and I think this is a perfect spot to bring in Moltres because you know what it's locked into. And you're going to force the opponent into switching, likely into Iron Moth, just because that's the best possible switch in that scenario. But I love this move from Ben because you start to put the opponent on the back foot. This is what we've talked about in seasons past. Whenever he can make that one decision to get ahead, to start forcing the opponent to make switches, push them out of whatever their win con might be. And right now, Ben's also doing a really good job of chipping away at multiple things. We maybe haven't seen the big hit, but Pre-Marina took a lot of damage. That was a big Earth Power hit, although I know Ben probably wishes he was able to do a little bit more. I like how things have gone so far. Interested to see now how both teams go about trying to make that one big play that really swings things, because despite the fact that we've lost a couple of Mons, it feels like this battle is still very much in a stalemate.
Yeah, I love Ben made the right play there. I really wanted to see Scorching Sands. The fan in me was jumping out of it. It would be so exciting to see it. It was not the right play there. U-turn is the right play 100% of the time. It's something I've really wanted to see more of in these past few seasons. We just haven't had a lot of Mons that can do that. It allows us to bring in the proper Pokemon. And Blackbeard here is going to put a ridiculous amount of pressure on our opponent. So the Scorching Sands would have been a crazy, exciting play. U-turn was the correct play 100% of the time. And hopefully this can go the way we want it to. The opponent really does not have fantastic switches into this.
Well, I know another thing that Ben was looking for on the other side was to see those booster energies with these Paradox Pokemon, and when he doesn't see it, he automatically knows, all right, there are a couple of things to look for here. One of those that he was looking for on the Ironmouth coming in is a Choice Scarf. If they stay in, attack, they outspeed, we know that's the case. A lot of pressure here, A, not to tip the hand of what that item might be, but B, if you stay in and take a hit, it's going to do a lot of damage. This is why we love this Darkrai pick.
And especially, as you've mentioned, we are getting a lot of chip on Pokemon, which is really going to be fantastic for Blackbeard. With the Psychic, doesn't kill. That doesn't matter. And the U-turn, very interesting. I do not like that for the opponent. Wow, that is another Pokemon that is really, really weakened. Obviously, we know we outspeed with Darkrai. The only thing I'm worried about right now is just that Great Tusk with the Scarf, and we have a Pokemon that is immune to its best stab, resist the other one, and we outspeed it with the Scarf. So if we play our cards right, I feel so good about this. But not only that, Tyler, I am pretty new to the mouse hold game. Tidy Up raises its speed, correct?
This thing can be such a monster. It does. And
Yeah.
I like what Ben is doing here because he knows what is important for winning this battle.
Yep.
And there's been a ton of chip on the other side, and Ben knows, I've got to protect Moltres at all costs. I don't care. I need to protect Mousehold at all costs to have the proper switch in, and he has held them back, and he has done whatever it has taken, no matter what it's been. If there's been some sacks, and there might still be more on the way to set up those win cons, he is not folding on that, and I love the confidence that he has in the plan that he came in with.
Yeah, now the really scary thing here is we have one more Pokemon to sack, and it's getting switched in. We have one more Pokemon. I do like this play. I can't imagine the opponent's going to do the same thing for the third time in a row.
Like, it doesn't feel good, but we still have a strong chance. At the end of the day, I think it's really going to come down to Mousehold and how many pop bombs I hit.
I expect to see something a little bit different. It's probably not going to be a fighting move, as obviously Moltres would obviously also resist that. But it is. And that's not ideal. Okay. It's frustrating to see that, but at this point, It's gonna be a 3 Pokemon show, and we can win with those 3 Pokemon, Tyler. I'm feeling a little flustered. It's not on paper what you want to see, but the game is not out of reach in any way, shape, or form. When we saw this matchup and we couldn't bring the Shield Dog, we knew it was gonna be a slug fest. We had to keep one of the Pokemon home that was gonna do a little bit of the slugging itself and take a few of the slugs. I really wish the dog was here. I'd feel so much better if the dog was here. I love the dog, but it looks
they were
like
taking so long to make that decision. I was with you on thinking, all right, sorry, Bubby, it was great to see you for this first match. Bye-bye, but this Spore is huge. I don't understand it. Maybe you know it. Maybe you've got a better explanation for it there of why they wouldn't just go for the kill.
It's because of the close combat. They were worried that we would have Mach Punch and possibly we'd be able to kill them with the defense drop. Didn't want to risk that. Maybe it was a roll. Obviously, I don't have the calc in front of me right now, but that actually does make a lot of sense. It's very easy to forget when we know the set on this side of the field. We don't have Mach Punch. You got a free kill right there. So that actually worked out best. Again, we did not risk the Moltres. That's almost always going to be the right play until we start running out of Pokemon. And now that this thing is asleep, Ben's got a big decision to make of what makes the most sense here. And it looks like we're going to go straight into Blackbeard and keep that offensive pressure up. And I do love that because it keeps Bubby around as a sacrificial lamb. Never mind. Bubby, my friend, let's get a kill. Get on the shoulder. Get on the shoulder. Let's get the kill. Okay, he fell off the shoulder. That's not a good sign, Tyler. It's not a good sign. I'm putting him back on the shoulder. He's very excited about this. He's ready to go.
He's over my shoulder. He's there.
Yep. You fell too?
Come on, Bubby. No, he's watching all this damage.
Yep. A lot of damage.
One more, Bubby. Woohoo!
There it is.
Hit him, bud. Wow, 5 hits.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, not ideal, but Moltres should be pretty easy here. Now, we could see a lot of hazards, which is not ideal. We need to be able to bring that mouse hold at some point. You know, get rid of the sticky barb, and hopefully we can put in some work. But now we got to be a little bit more, not reckless, but we got to bring in the bird, the chicken on fire. Yeah, that's how it sounds, and we're gonna need it to sound a little bit more fearsome. Tyler, what is your fearsome chicken noise? I don't even know what happened there. It's okay.
Was that fearsome?
I don't even know
scared?
if the mic picked it up.
It's okay. Do I need to do it again?
No. Instead, you should rejoice because spikes, while annoying, not the worst thing in the world. Now, I do worry that Bubby will go down to spikes on switching. I'm not entirely sure on the HP there, but it's not Stealth Rocks, which is going to ruin Marco's life. We really need to be able to switch this thing in with the Great Tusk in the back being annoying. But here's where things get really tough. I kind of feel like we have to Flamethrower, but in an ideal world, we can U-turn on the switch outs.
I'm with you, though. I think that we had to do it in this spot. It's reaching the point where, again, the strategy was protect the Moltres, protect Mousehold.
Yep.
And at one point, one of those two are going to have to give. You don't technically need both to win. You need one of them to be your win con.
Yep.
And still here, even if there's a switch, this is going to do a good amount of damage to something. If they stay in, it's a kill. Obviously not the move. One way or another, you're doing a lot of damage here. I think the thing that Ben has in the back of his mind is actually knowing the spikes might bring some reprieve of at any point you can bring in Bubby, sack, and set up Mousehold that way, and know you're going to have that switch whenever you want it.
I don't know if we've even shown that we're Choice Scarf either, so that is a really nice thing, and maybe Ben wants to hide that we're Choice Scarfed here. That's why he's hovering over Pokemon, but we do know we would be able to kill with a Flamethrower, which is fantastic. We've talked about the chip. While it doesn't look great on paper, their team, like they have a Pokemon asleep. They have, 3 Pokemon that are decently injured. We haven't seen Mew yet, but Mew can just be kind of a bulky fella. Skarmory, I'm not really worried about at the end of the day. We do have one of their Pokemon out of there, which is fantastic. We're starting to break through the team, which is fantastic. And that was a huge threat against our team. It is so nice to see one of the 2 Paradox Mons just wiped off the face of this Pokemon planet. I don't know. Is it Earth? Does it have a name, Tyler? I don't know. I don't think I have that knowledge in my head.
No.
No idea. It doesn't have a name?
No.
All right.
No.
We could name it Bubby's World. Bubby Land.
Bubby.
The Big Bubby Rock.
Yep, it's the Big Bubby Rock.
Wiped off of the face of the Big Bubby Rock.
The BBR.
All right, that's...
If you've made it this far into the video, comment BBR with no context.
This is not shocking. As we come back to reality, this is not shocking. Bubby's coming in. That makes sense. This is the last time we get to sacrifice a Pokemon. So from here on out, our coach needs to play a pretty flawless game. But I just saw a tail wagging in the background.
I think it's time, John. I think it's time. I think this has to be time for the weapon to be unleashed. And by the weapon, I mean our fans!
I'm not sure if it's going to be time for that. It'll probably be time to bring a Darkrai, Tyler.
No. Don't worry. I think it's got to be. It's time. It's time.
I don't think it's time yet.
It's time. Look at Ben. Look in his eyes. Look into those eyes.
He looks scared. He looks worried.
That's why it's time.
I think we're going to bring in Darkrai and go for Sludge
No.
Wave.
Come on, Ben. Prove him wrong.
Oh! He's proving me wrong! He's proving me wrong! I'm buttoning up. I'm getting excited. I need to look my best for the fans, okay? All right. All right, let's adjust the tie. All right.
It's time.
No, I'm seated. Here it is. Here it is.
This is the moment.
Here it is. The Skarmory's coming in. Here it is, Ben. Here it is, Ben.
You probably just click and move, but please choke and go Skarm.
Everything hinges on this, man. If they stay in and go for
Skarmory,
Hyper
we're
Voice.
here on the BBR. Ooh, I'm back.
All right.
Right on top.
Let's go! Let's go! Oh. Let's go! I forgot its name! Let's go! Okay. Everyone, I don't know if we're going to win this battle, but this is one of my favorite sets we've ever had in one of these battles, and it is here to absolutely ruin the opponent's day. Sticky Barb on the Skarmory. Here's the question, how much does Body Press do? Because we got a lot of things we could do right now.
So, the one thought from Ben, and it's why I don't think he's going to Terra here, is that there's the threat of Terra Ghost. And as long as we keep up that is an option,
Yep.
The hope is that Body Press is not an option.
Yep. Okay. And we can tidy up, get rid of the spikes, raise our attack, raise our speed, and now we are in an unbelievably good situation. Even if we do not win the game from this point, we do put us in a spot where the combination of Darkrai and the Moltres can hopefully win the game. Stealth Rocks are still not on the field. Okay. This is exciting. This is exciting. I am excited. I am scared. I am nervous.
Skarmory, don't do it. No.
Okay.
Don't.
There we go.
We're so fast.
Okay. Encore. We have Encore. Oh my God.
If they stay in and we encore,
Yeah, they have to.
That's
Oh my God.
it.
Oh, but then it might come down to missing a population bomb.
We would never. We have never missed an important move.
I'm knocking. I'm doing a lot of knocking, but not too
Nothing
loud.
with axles. Nothing that's supposed to hit 3 times or anything.
I'm unbuttoning. It's, I need to. I can't.
Can you just button?
I'll button the second button. Okay, fine. I'll button the button the second.
Okay.
I didn't want to put
Gotta
too
look
much pressure on the
professional.
fans. I didn't want to put too much pressure on the fans. It's fine. All right.
John, do you know who you're talking about here?
That's true. Yeah.
Our fans.
I don't know why you have started trying to break the microphone as your new bit, but you know what? You're a professional, and I could learn a thing or two from you, so you know what? I'm fine with it.
Thought you were going to give it a go there. I was excited.
No, I don't. See, I have a, like a radio microphone. It doesn't have like the little fuzzy bit. It would just look insane. Okay. Well, they switch out. They go into
Not our
Athena.
favorite.
Okay, that was a sack. They were going to sacrifice this. We do show the encore. If we had been able to get the encore on that, I mean, everything would have changed. But at this point, you have to go for the population bomb. I mean, there's...
I do, and I think still, because Scorbunny's still up, I don't think you show the Terra yet.
No.
Because clearly that fear was there.
I mean, is there a chance we just win at this point? I don't know.
Here's what I'll say.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I would love the win right now. I would feel so good about that.
Ben doesn't look as though he's convinced we've won.
We definitely have a kill here. Well, we should have a kill here. Okay.
We should. We've never missed a move.
The switch
Ever.
here is... Okay, a different sacrifice now. I've never seen that animation. Oh my god, it's so good.
Woo!
Let's go! That's at least one kill on the season.
Our fans
for
get the
Mousehold.
first kill of the year. Wow, you guys are great.
Second kill of the year.
Second kill of the year. Wow, you guys are so great. Wow.
Yeah, everyone.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Well, I mean well, there you guys got your first kill of the year. That's what
Yeah, you know, you got it. You're on your game.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Ring that bell.
All right. I mean, you should, but all right.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, okay, this is a really, really interesting spot. I don't know what the opponent's going to do here. We do have the ability to tear out normal, right? I'm not crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, that is going to bring this to a ridiculous level. Great Tusk would probably go down? I mean, this is the only thing that made sense. Does it kill with a body press is the question.
Wait, your Iron Defense is your last move, so your only move is body press to hit me.
Ben seemed to have had an epiphany.
No, I go Moltres and then I double in the Darkrai.
But what worries me is we weren't able to take out the Primarina. And if we had done that, then we could have gone for Flamethrower with ease. So that's what worries me here. And that's not, the coach didn't mess up. It just was an unfortunate, a little bit of a switch there. And maybe the opponent realized they could, they were really leaving themselves open to the Moltres.
Maybe not.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh. I think this makes sense here.
No, it absolutely makes sense. We just now don't outspeed the Great Tusk with the Mousehold, which is, it's not what we need to do. We could not risk letting it go down to body press. I assume we didn't kill at that range. Now the question here would be, do we go for the Flamethrower or the U-turn? Because I mean, the double switch, I mean, I don't see a reason not to U-turn here regardless.
Yeah, they have to switch on their side, knowing that Skarmory is the counter to Mousehold.
Okay. This is interesting. Blackbeard, the Pokemon fan. You gotta love that. Okay. I still don't really understand the no U-turn. But this was a phenomenal play, so it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. We do have the berry to take any fairy move. This is the...
Yeah, a U-turn really would have been...
well, no, we would...
Considering how this went.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been really good.
I don't know if he just missed that or I don't know. It's not the biggest deal in the world.
It worked out. We've got the right matchup now.
Yeah. He is so locked in. I think he was just focused on making the right play. So that's one berry. I feel like they may pop the other berry the other way. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely beautiful to see. Okay. Nice. So now we have the easiest Dark Pulse of our lives.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think there is any reason to overthink this one.
Well, I mean, if you're predicting them to bring in like Great Tusk on the Dark Pulse or like the Primarina, maybe it does make sense to, well, Primarina, no. I guess if you're predicting like the Great Tusk and then we could outspeed, then we do the Air Slash or we go for the U-turn. This is really, like, this is gonna get complex with the predictions back and forth. And the opponent should have the upper hand, at least Pokemon-wise. They do only have one Pokemon that really outspeeds anything we have left. So I do kind of like just staying and going for the Dark Pulse. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's the right move.
Yep. Don't overthink here. After this turn is when the overthinking and the big predictions, and I predict them to predict me, to predict you, to predict Tyler, to predict Wednesday, and then you're just all over the place. So what we should see here is the Great Tusk.
Yep.
3 out of 3 times switching into Moltres would have worked. I assume this is the time where it would no longer work. And if we made that switch, we could lose the battle. But for that reason, Tyler, for that reason, maybe it'll be a 4th time where it'll be a ground or fighting move. I don't know. This is probably the right decision, but it's difficult because I don't see a world where Blackbeard gets out of this alive. Yep. This was the right play. Okay. So, scary, hairy hours. We got to bring in Marco, and I think the easiest way we win this battle would be, well, oh gosh, I don't know. This is really difficult because getting PM fans set up could be how we win. But there's a reason Ben switched out on that Skarmory earlier. Yeah, I mean, trying to kill Skarmory with a normal move is not easy.
No, and I think this also puts the opponent in a tricky spot as well, because do you switch here? Do you stay in? Obviously, if you switch into Skarmory and take what I presume is going to be an Air Slash, it's not going to do very much damage. If they stay in, they lose the Great Tusk, which realistically is a problem for our team.
Well, actually, though, I feel like I'm really underestimating the Sticky Bar because Ben has talked about getting that Encore on the roosting Skarmory. So I think you Air Slash for sure here, no matter what. And if it brings in Skarmory, a special stab move, I need to unbutton. I can only button when the mouse comes in. But the Sticky Bar plus Air Slash, I mean, that could be a 2-shot with all of that put together. And Primarina's not in a great spot. I mean, this is a really, really straightforward play, and I do not think there is a spot where it doesn't work out. There we go. There we go. Oh my God. Okay, we can't get too excited. Calm down, Tyler. Calm down. Tyler, calm down. We now outspeed. Wait, how do we lose? How do we lose? How do we possibly lose? I don't want to get too excited. Tyler, I need you to calm down. How do we lose?
I think, fortunately, the only thing is if it comes down to our fans, misses.
Oh, gosh. Why would you say that? You're a bad person. You know
you
that,
asked.
right?
You asked.
I didn't want to ask.
Well, you shouldn't have. That's a life lesson for everyone listening. If there's a question that you don't want to ask, and you don't want the answer,
okay,
don't ask it.
Oh, that was a crit. Oh, and there it is! There it is, ladies and gentlemen! That should be the game, unless we get the worst luck we ever done seen. Because that right there should take it out, and that may be another kill for the fans. If the league doesn't count that as a kill, I'm gonna write a multiple-page complaint on how we switched the barb, it took it out, counts for the fans. But now, I mean, Primarina shouldn't be able to set up. We obviously outspeed here. We said, what, choice specs damage earlier. That's good damage.
Yeah, we know what it has.
Hyper voice, okay?
Okay, Melsel. Don't miss, buddy. It's all up to you guys. It's up to you guys. Right, Blossom? It's up to them.
It's definitely those specs. We have kept the Terra until this moment. We just gotta do the thing.
Button up, double button. I got the frog tie on. I'm looking dapper. Come on.
Do the thing. The hitting.
I'm gonna pop the collar. There it is! And there it is, Tyler!
We need another one! There it is!
Yes! I don't know why I popped this. That was insane. It was an insane move, but you know what? No, I'm keeping it up. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. And sometimes you don't bring the ¡1 overall pick for your team so you can absolutely demolish someone with a mouse. Our coach is going crazy. He's going mad.
This is vintage Beneral. I'm not afraid to say it. Play More is back.
Wait, I won. Why'd I do that? I just won.
Play More is back. And if you enjoyed this battle, I'm sure you're going to enjoy next week. It's going to be a good one. It may already be uploaded, and if so, it's there. If you somehow haven't seen the draft analysis already, please go check that out. But I can't wait to see you guys next week. Get excited. Be ready. We're back.